Everybody, it's Jewelyn and Abby. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to our home here in Santa Monica, California. And I am bringing you guys an awesome plant haul video today. I just filmed a come with me video for this particular nursery. It'll be posted up prior to this video, so go ahead and check it out. And this place is about 9 to 12 miles away from me. Kind of a little drive out since there is plant nurseries in a 1 to 5 mile radius from me, which is in my neighborhood, which do carry a lot of cool plants. But this particular one, I believe, is my favorite plant nursery in all of Los Angeles. And I'm super excited that I was able to go out there today and get a bunch of plants. And if you guys are interested in seeing the come with me video, then go ahead and click on the video before this one. It'll be posted up. So let's go ahead and talk about them. Now, anytime I do plant shopping, guys, and doing this come with me videos, I never have like any idea what I want and a budget or anything of that. I just go in, I just kind of take it all in, and this place was very overwhelming. They had so many plants to choose from, and they pretty much had every single plant on my wish list there, not for sale. So really quickly before I talk about the haul, they had the Swiss cheese plant, and they also had the variegated monstera. They had the begonia maculata, the spotted begonia, and they also had the philodendron princess as well as pillias. None of those plants were on sale except for the pillias, and it was priced for very high. Now, if you guys are familiar with the pillia plant or pilea, it is they have two different looks. Either they're short and bushy, or they're taller with like more stem and then wider out on the sides with growth. So these are like on the short bushy side, which is like the same ones that I've seen for sale in Amsterdam and in Norway. So mine's kind of look a little different. I'll go ahead and do another pilea update if you guys are interested, but I do share a recent video a couple weeks ago on my pilea collection and where it's at. So they have all of these rare plants there. So for a plant enthusiast like myself, it was just really rad to see that just in person, you know? So let's go ahead and talk about everything that I got. I think I got 8 plants or so. So let's go ahead and talk about them one at a time. And let's see here. By the way, they wrapped everything nicely in here. So that's always a nice treat to have, especially if like you bought a lot. So I bought 5 hanging plants. So here is the first one here. So this, as you can see, is such a hardy variegated peperomia. I have, I think, 2 of the regular peperomia like this, and here's the top point of view here. So look at all this growth here. It is a very hardy peperomia, and when I seen this, I couldn't pass it up and get it, because when I seen this, I knew I had to get it because I just thought it was an amazing deal. I scored this for under $10, and just look at all of this growth. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna pass up on this. I'm going to get it because they sell this often at Lowe's, I believe, and Home Depot, but for smaller. And I've never seen one so big and full for under $10, so I had to get it. Look at it, it's so cool. It won't be in a hanging basket, so it'll definitely come out of here and come just in a regular, I'll put it in a regular planter versus having it hanging. If you guys watch my channel, I don't have a lot of hanging plants because I don't want to ruin my ceiling. I am renting from this place. So this one is definitely just going to go in a regular planter. And I think I have one that I want to go ahead and put it in. So this is a beautiful variegated peperomia, and probably like the biggest one I've ever seen in person, which is crazy. I love it a lot. So that was an awesome find. Such a hardy plant. I mean, just guys, the quality of the plants here are really good. They're all healthy, and I was in heaven. I could have stayed there all day. So here is another one. So this is the creeping fig, and this kind of has like, I don't know, for some reason it just reminds me of either like if the peperomia had a baby with a maidenhair. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this guy here. So as you can see, there's tons of trails here, which makes me super happy, and I just love the vibe of this plant. We'll see where I end up putting it. Obviously, I would love to have it hanging in a ceiling since it has beautiful trails. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have a creeping fig, and they do come variegated like this and not variegated, but when I seen this, I just couldn't pass it up. It gave me that peperomia slash maidenhair vibe, and it's just like a cute, very dainty plant. And anything variegated or with pink, I just I zone into. So let me know what you guys think about this plant. I think this was a good deal for under $10. So all of my hanging plants were under $10 except one of them, and I'll talk about that one in a little bit. So I couldn't pass up this plant, and again, like all of these plants I don't really see in Las Vegas, so that's another reason why I decided to get it from this nursery, because one, the quality of the plant is really good, it's nice and hardy, healthy plants, and then just like the price point is very reasonable, and I rarely get to see the plants. Now, here's another one, Evie thinks it's for her, that I've been wanting to get, and I actually was, originally when I walked into the nursery, I found 3 small babies in a smaller like 2-inch pot, and then I ended up going with this one because just for $5 more, I could get an adult spider plant. So, where is it? I thought I seen a baby coming out of here. Yeah, so this is a soon-to-be baby coming out of here. And I've been wanting this particular spider plant for a while. Spider plants are very giving plants, so I'm not going to be stressed out that this plant wasn't a good investment, because this is a very giving plant. And of course, this is good for purifying your air, and the fact that it trails really nice. Like, I can't wait to see this thing huge with tons and tons of babies. But I already have a spider plant, just not this variation, and you guys can see that on separate videos in the past that I did post up a Meet My Plant episode, meeting with my spider plant. But I've never seen this one in person until now, so I wanted to go ahead and get it. I thought that was a really good deal. For under $10, I got that spider plant. So moving along to, yes, this is probably the most hardiest hanging plant I got out of all of my hanging plants. It is just full of foliages, and it's just like a stunning plant just to look at. When I seen this, I was like, I have to have it. It is such a cool plant. Here. Evie thinks it's for her. Alright guys, let's try to get it out of this here without damaging the foliages. There it is. Alright. So, here is, without breaking any more of it, my beautiful lipstick plant. So this does give off beautiful blooms. I can't wait to see. But just take a look at just the amount of growth. I got this for under $10, and I think that was such a deal. Let me do another spin here. So this was hanging towards the outside section of the greenhouse, and I just couldn't pass it up. I think this is such a beautiful plant. And the reason why I like it is because it gives me that jungle lush vibe. If you take a look from the top point of view, just take a look at it. It's so dense and kind of a hardy plant. It kind of gives me that peperomia vibe, and I can't wait to see this in bloom. But look at it. It's just such a huge plant. It's like wild and crazy. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, do you guys have a lipstick plant? How big is it? Because originally when I walked into the nursery, I had a small little one with the small little spider plant, and then just I was thinking, you know what, for $5 more, I can get the babies, but bigger for $5 more. So I ended up putting the babies back and getting the adult version of it. And I absolutely love the decision that I made, because, I mean, that's a really good deal. For under $10, I can't pass it up. So I'm going to save the last hanging plant for last, because I think that was my, like, amazing find of the day. I'm going to talk about the little guys that I got. So these were all $3 plus tax, so super inexpensive, and I actually got one for free. And this is something that I've always looked at. It's a common house plant, and I never buy it. I don't know why. I think I just always end up spending my money on other plants. But I finally got it. I thought it was reasonable for $3 a piece, so I got this one, and then I got another variety of it. So this one has the neon, like yellow green in it, and then this one has like more of a white version. So I couldn't pass it up. I got both of them. They're fairly inexpensive. These are easy growers, and I just think they're adorable. So I can't wait to get them in planters. So I picked these up. Let's talk about this guy here. So this is the neon pothos. I've been wanting one for a while, and when I seen this, I couldn't pass it up. I don't want to invest in buying a big one because pothos are very expensive, and I'm not trying to spend $20-something on a pothos. So when I seen it for $3, I had to get it. So I can't wait to see this thing trail on me and get bigger. And I think this is a really cool pothos. I have a bunch of pothos, but I don't have this one, and I finally am able to have it in my collection. That makes me super happy. So now they did give you a free plant with purchase, so I ended up getting, now they had so many plants that I could have choose from, and most of them I had, and there's a few that I didn't have, but they were very common plants that I can easily get somewhere else. So I ended up getting this guy right here. So personally for me, this is not a very common plant until like as of recent. So I seen this plant in the Pasadena nursery, which I did a separate haul on, and I actually purchased one plant from there, which was a little bit bigger version of the fishtail bird's nest fern. And the reason why I got another one was because I just adore this plant. I actually had a California ivy that I was gonna take as my free plant, but I ended up putting that back because that's a very common plant and I rarely get to see the bird's nest fishtail plant. So I decided to get another one. So now I have two. We'll decide like in the future what I do with them, because like the bird's nest fern, guys, is one of my favorite plants. So I don't mind getting a duplicate, and that was like really weighing on me, like should I get a plant that is common that I can get anywhere else for free, or should I get another free plant that I rarely see around? I was like, you know what, I'll just get this one as my free plant. So I ended up picking this guy here. And I think that was a really cool thing that the nursery does, is giving you a free plant with purchase. So those are my smallest babies. So now let's talk about the last plant baby that I got, which is going to wrap up the haul. But guys, it's like probably my favorite plant out of all of them. When I was in the back section, I just couldn't believe my eyes when I seen this plant. I seen one of these plants in the Lakewood nursery in person, and when I seen it, I couldn't see myself spending the type of money for that plant, because this is a very expensive plant. But I got one, and I got it for $15, which I think is a good deal. Personally for me, guys, I don't want to spend more than $10 on a plant unless it's a super rare plant. Then I'll go ahead and I'll splurge. Like my Pelia plants, over a year ago, I bought it for $100 for a very small 2-inch baby. So here it is. This is my silver dollar plant, and this is such a rad plant to have. Like, take a look at it. It is so cool, so unique, and this thing gets really big and it trails. So I'm super excited to see what this plant is going to look like in a year, and I'm really excited to get it, hopefully in a white planter. But guys, this was like my splurge of the day. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna get it. And then I was like, no, you know what, Jewelyn, like, just get it, because this is a plant that I've been wanting for a while, and I decided to just get it. I don't know what else to say. I know this is like the most expensive plant out of all of my plants that I got. When I plant shop, ideally, I like to buy plants under $10 because I have so much and I don't need any more plants. That is just kind of like a little thing that I do for myself, is making sure that if I do buy a plant, it's under $10, because I do spend a lot of money on my plants and even the planters. But this was my splurge of the day. I'm gonna try to not buy any more plants for the rest of the month, which is super hard because I tend to buy 30 plus plants a month. And this is probably gonna be like the coolest plant of the month here. So I will definitely do updates on all of the plants that I got in today's haul, especially this guy here. Let me know down in the comments below, do you guys have this plant? And you know, where did you find it? Was it from your plant nursery? Did you buy it online from a seller? And how big is it? I'm pretty curious, because prior to the Lakewood nursery, I've never seen this plant in person, and this is just such like a really like cool aesthetic type of plant, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. It kind of reminds me of something like that should be like in a lab. It's just like really weird and interesting, and I love it. And that's it, guys. That is going to wrap up my West Hollywood nursery haul. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about all of these awesome babies? Again, when I went there, I wasn't like expecting to buy this much plants, but I just lost control of myself. And remember now, like initially, I only had the two smaller versions like this in my hands, and it was like ready to go in a package, ready to purchase. And then when I seen the bigger versions of it for just $5 each, I was like, no, I want the bigger versions. I think it was worth it. I got some really cool stuff, including my creeping fig, which is variegated and has that whimsical peperomia and maiden hair vibe. And yeah, guys, everything else was, you know, just the icing on the cake. Like my variegated peperomia here. Like, look at this thing. It is so hardy. I love it. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this West Hollywood, California plant haul. And stay tuned for an upcoming Planting with Jewelyn episode. and hopefully I can get these guys into planters in the near future. If you guys love watching these type of videos, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what was your favorite plant that I shared in today's plant haul, and stay tuned for an upcoming planting with Jewelyn that hopefully will be featuring some of these plants. Until next time, you can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. I'll see you guys later. Aloha. Bye.